Anime was more popular in Latin America than it was in the United States. Of course, back in the day, America had anime like Speed Racer, Astro Boy, and those were great shows, but beyond that, there wasn't much anime. In Latin America, countries such as Mexico, Colombia, Argentina, and yes, even Brazil, all we had was anime, and of course, the American cartoons as well. But anime was all over Spanish television because it was just easier to license from Japan. So, as you can imagine, many Latinos were fascinated by anime decades before Americans were. In a way, you can say that Latin America had a bit of an anime boom in the 80s and 90s. You know, there's a reason why anime such as Saint Seiya flopped in America, but was huge in Latin America. There's a reason why animes like Sakura Card Captors was huge in Latin America, but flopped in the United States. So here are some popular anime in Latin America: Candy Candy, Saint Seiya, Sailor Moon, Messenger Z, and the original Dragon Ball. Yes, that was back in the 80s and the 90s. And so here are 4 things you need to understand about Latin America, about anime in Latin America. So why was Latin America okay with uncensored anime, violence, and sexual content in anime? Well, because we see and deal with that crap all the time, and we were just coming out of dictatorships. Seeing violent cartoons was not a big deal, and we did not see it as a problem for our kids, since we were dealing with the real thing. Nobody was freaking out over seeing a cartoon character naked or something like that, you know? And number 2, the main entertainment for Latin America television was telenovelas or Latino soap operas. Latino soap operas show all kinds of things like sex scenes, violence, selling drugs, husbands beating their wives, and well, you get the point. One of my favorite Latino dramas was a Mexican show called Luz Clarita, which apparently it was popular all over the world, and I had absolutely no idea. Luz Clarita, Luz Clarita, en la oscuridad después una luz, y una lágrima se vuelve flor. So when you watch a novela and then you watch an anime, it's really no big deal. You know, that's why parents were okay when their kids watch Kid Goku skinny dipping in a river. Number 3, South America does not produce animation because we just can't afford it. It's way too expensive, and it was just much cheaper to license TV shows from other countries. This is where anime comes in. So back in the 80s and 90s, Japan was eager. You know what I'm saying? To enter the American market, the North American and South American market, that is. However, Americans thought that anime is an inferior product. Yeah, so basically a lot of companies in the United States, a lot of networks, they saw anime as like, less than Looney Tunes, less than, the Disney cartoons. It was an inferior product to them. You see, Americans created their own animation and did not feel the need to import so much anime. We had the Looney Tunes, the Disney movies, and that was good enough for Americans. And those shows raked in billions of dollars in toy sales and movies. You get the point. So America was set with cartoon entertainment, and back then, they were dominating. Japan saw that cocky Americans were not so excited to import their anime, and naturally, they decided to look elsewhere. And you know what happened? They showed South America some anime, and we ate that shit up. Also, television networks in Latin America has so much airtime to fill. They need some shows on air. We were swimming in anime every Saturday morning and throughout the week. I'm telling you, being a kid during that time was absolutely amazing. You wake up Saturday morning eat your cereal, and watch Saturday morning cartoons. It was a great time, unlike now with TikTok and all these distractions. But hey, that's a conversation for another day. And number 4, let's talk about dubbing. So we all know what happens with dubbing anime in the United States, right? I mean, I've done countless videos about localizers on this channel and their horrible translations. Remember 4Kids TV, that Pokemon episode where Brock says rice balls were jelly-filled donuts?
You look kind of down, Ash. Huh? Have a donut. That always cheers me up. Pika, pika.
These donuts are great. Jelly-filled are my favorite. Nothing beats a jelly-filled donut.
Well, South America did not have that problem. Anime dubbing in South America had 100% accurate translations of the Japanese dialogue. Yes, even the curse words. I'm telling you, we did not hold back because the way we saw it, it was absolutely normal and it was just cartoons. It was entertainment. Latinos, they're very realistic. They're realists, The problem with American dubbing is, well, I'm going to use a quote from the movie Bohemian Rhapsody to paint a better picture. Americans are Puritans in public, but perverts in private. And I am going to leave it at that. Eventually, anime started to gain huge popularity, and the American market started to catch up and began testing this anime thing, which was the start of TV blocks such as Toonami and Adult Swim. So the United States was late to the Dragon Ball Z series, while Latin America had already aired most of the Frieza Saga episodes. Cartoon Network aired the original Dragon Ball series with Little Goku in 2001, while Latin America, they had gone through all the episodes in the 1990s. Kinda sad, really. As a matter of fact, I had already seen the Frieza Saga before it came out on the United States Cartoon Network. I came to America in 1999, and although I did not know what anime was back then, because, well, I didn't speak English, looking back now, many other countries were way ahead with anime than America. So why do Latinos love anime so much? The answer is because we got many anime before it was popular in the United States, right? The Spanish dubbing was accurately translated from Japanese to Spanish. Many anime series were uncensored and raw. And oh yeah, they did not change the color of blood. I mean, seriously. Who are you trying to fool? Everyone knows that blood is red. So why did Cartoon Network censor Saint Seiya and color the blood blue? Was Cartoon Network trying to convince people that the characters spewed Kool-Aid and Gatorade instead of blood? I don't know. You tell me. We got anime uncensored in its purest form because we didn't think it was a big deal, and we knew that uncensored was the best way to enjoy the show. Did you hear that? 4Kids TV with your jelly-filled donuts in Pokemon? Whatever your thoughts are, make sure to comment below, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell for future notifications, and thank you guys for watching. This is your boy, Andy Matrix. Godspeed.